So for foundation, I'm going to be using the, do you want me to hold you or not? Damn it. He's making so much noise. Ooh. Remind me to never record with my boyfriend in the house. Yep. Hey beauties, it is your favorite inconsistent queen, Jessica Nicole. And in today's video, we will be doing this foundation routine. I realized I haven't given you guys a foundation routine since 2020. But I haven't been recording like that since 2020 either, so yeah. But I felt like I needed to go ahead and give you guys an updated foundation routine. Much has not changed, other than the fact that I wear blush. But I missed my cream blush. And by the way, before we get into this video, don't judge me because my hair was looking crazy, okay? I'm getting ready to go somewhere. That's why I looked the way I looked in the beginning. Just bear with me and trust the process. All right? But anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm bugging out. And yeah, like I said, enjoy. So as you guys can see, I'm starting off with nothing on my face. I only have on my eyes and my brows halfway. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on our face. If you guys see me looking down here, my mirror's here. This way, my viewfinder's here. Just letting y'all know. Anywho, let's get started. So of course, first things first, we're going to prime, and I'm going to be using my E.L.F. Power Primer. Just a couple pumps on the face. I want to let you guys know that I did go ahead and put some translucent powder on my nose when I was doing my eyes because I was sweating and it's hot out. With this primer, I try not to press into the skin. I try to tap. It's just easier to move around. When you're rubbing, it's like sticky, so it acts as if it doesn't want to move. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use some color corrector. This is the NYX Pro Fix Stick, and this is in Apricot. I literally just do a couple dots under my eyes, right here in the corner of my mouth. And I use the M456. I don't know if Morphe still sells this, but I use it because it's very light and it doesn't tug on my under eyes. For foundation, I'll be using the Mercier Real Flawless Foundation. And because this is a little too red, I'm going to be putting in some of this LA Girl Pro Color mixing pigment. So that's usually how I do it, to mix it together. And if you've been here long enough, you know this is what I usually do. I put some foundation all over my face before blending it out. It just makes it easier to blend. Before mixing my foundation in, I'm just gonna use some of this Morphe Continuous Mist. Spray this all over my face. And of course, I'm using tapping motions to blend my foundation in. And I'm not blending my foundation under my eyes because of course I'm gonna put concealer on under there, and I don't want to cake up my under eye area. And then on my ears. If your ears are showing, please put foundation on your ears and probably a little bit of bronzer because it looks crazy when you got a ponytail in and it's just face and then your ear. It looks crazy. So I'm gonna go in with my first concealer, which is my Instant. Some of this stuff you guys have seen me use forever because they work. This is my Instant Age Rewind Concealer from Maybelline. This is in caramel, I think number 56, don't quote me, but it will be in the description down below. I take the puff off of it because the puff holds a whole bunch of product and I'm trying to get everything. But when I see the known makeup girlies rant and rave about the products that I've been ranting and raving about for years, I be so proud of myself because I know, I be knowing. So I'm gonna use my Morphe E20 along with my Maybelline concealer. And I'm gonna go ahead and I usually start here before bringing it under the eyes because I try not to put too much products under my eyes or around my nose because around my nose creases. So I try to tap the product in, get it in its shape, and then I go ahead and bring it up. So usually once it's fully blended, go ahead and blend the edge out. It's okay if you blend it out too much because you're gonna bronze, you're gonna put blush, you're gonna put all these things. That's gonna blend all of that away. Again, I blend for a while because I'm trying to push all of this in and get it nice and blended before moving on to the next product. One thing I do is I make sure whatever's left on the brush goes above my lid because it looks weird just stopping right here. So I have product left on the back of my hand. This is gonna help me blend out my concealer later on. We're gonna move on to my other concealer. This is to highlight. This is my Loreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. I live and swear by this concealer. This is the best drugstore concealer I have ever used. And I'm gonna continue. It's so good that when I was doing makeup, this is what I used on all of my clients. This and the Full Wear Foundation from L'Oreal. Amazing. Amazing. I'm actually gonna go get me the L'Oreal foundation again because best. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this concealer right here in the inner corner, on the outer corner of both eyes. Don't worry, you might not see it now, but watch when I blend it out. A little tap on the bridge of my nose, and I pop some on my forehead. I let that sit while I go ahead and cream contour or bronze or whatever you guys want to call it. I'm using my black opal stick, and this is in Snatched Sepia. Love this. When applying a product, I do not apply it directly to my face because I find it harder to blend it out. So I go ahead and I use my brush and I pick the product up and I blend it onto my skin. The brush that I'm using is the M449. And first I use tapping motions to place the product. Then I go ahead and I make sure I blend this in really well. And as you can see, I pull back my band because I'm gonna go on with some products across my forehead. And I'm gonna go back in with the original brush that I was using. This is the E20. And I'm gonna blend my forehead first because for some reason, concealer on my forehead acts as if it does not want to move. It's moving today though, can't say nothing. This part always looks insane. All right, before I move forward, let me go ahead and contour my nose. I'm using the E62. Some of these brushes, I don't know if they are discontinued from Morphe because I know they got rid of a lot of their brushes. What I am gonna do is go on Bedazzle tools and see what I can get and start using those brushes so that I don't confuse anybody or upset anybody. Now this is sit enough. I'm gonna blend the edges of the concealer out. Y'all trust my process. I like to bring my under eye concealer into the sides of my nose so that contour pops a little bit. So remember that foundation that I left on the back of my hand? That's gonna be used to blend out the edges of the concealer. So I just pick a little bit up and blend it on the back of my hand because we don't need a lot of product. And I just tap that outside of where the concealer is placed. just doing crazy. My damp sponge here and my Makeup Revolution Superfix Superhold misting spray. Before blending this all in, I'm just gonna spray my face with this. If you guys don't want to use this much spray, you don't have to. I'm gonna go ahead and just blend everything together. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start setting my face. I have the mini size, but this is the one size setting powder in Sweet Honey. I wanted to make sure I liked it first. So I brought in the mini size, and I really do. So once I run out of this, I'm gonna get the big one. So before I even set my under eyes, I make sure I pick up some of the product on the brush. This is an M536 from Morphe. Any bullet under eye brush. I'm gonna look up to the ceiling and blend out my under eyes. And then I'm gonna quickly set. And yes, the first set I use a brush. I'm gonna go ahead and set the outside perimeter of my face. Some things don't change. Just picking up a big fluffy powder brush. I'm just gonna tap powder onto my face. Fine. Huh?
You still want to wear it. You got to lay it out.
Okay. You're not my dad. You're not my dad. Okay, so while I finish up my eyes, which I'm not gonna do a lot, I always go ahead and just bake like around my nose and under my eyes for a quick little highlight. So I'm gonna use some of my Mercier translucent powder on a powder puff. I'm gonna go ahead and just stamp this on the side of my nose and under my eyes. I'm gonna just speed through this real quick while I do something quick to my eyes. I'm gonna go back in with my little bullet brush and my MAC powder, and I'm just gonna go ahead and tap away this under eye powder. Gonna spray one more time with my Superfix spray from Makeup Revolution. This has been my bronzer brush for God knows how long. I probably need to throw it out by now, but don't judge me. I'm gonna go in with my Fenty bronzer powder, and I always start in that forehead area. Circular motions. There's nothing on the brush. I'm just going ahead and just tapping it around the areas that I blended it in. I forgot cream blush. It is what it is. He came in and threw me off, y'all. Anywho, I'm gonna go in with powder blush. I have this palette. I'm just picking up some of the orange and the pink in it. So I went ahead and did my hair. So this is what I usually do if I'm running out of the house. I'm gonna grab my blush one more time, especially because I didn't use any freaking cream blush because I forgot. Just gonna tap a little bit more on my face. Because I gotta remember, this is the first thing to go on your face. Because I let my face sit while I was doing my hair, I feel like it sat long enough. So yeah, my one size spray. Okay guys, so here is my foundation routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.